here's a look at 10 new really ambitious games that are coming up in 2024 and beyond. You guys have to know about these projects, so make sure you guys give some support onto the video and let's get into it right away. First of all, we have Industria 2. What a cool looking and ambitious FPS game that we have here. And thanks to its official details, it's confirmed the developers plan on adding so much to the sequel that's literally looking like a new Half-Life game, and I'm so excited for it. There's so much mystery, horror and action to be had in this weird experience. At its core, it is a narrative FPS where you'll meet memorable characters and progress through an intense and touching story in unique locations with otherworldly machines that all want to end your life. Years after the events of the original game Industria, which by the way you don't need to play to get into the sequel, Nora, the main character, is stuck in a parallel dimension far away from home. Surviving alone on a peaceful island, an empty apartment building in a vast sea of hostile solitude, she constructs a machine to return to her home dimension, 1989 East Berlin. Just before she completes the year-long project, a chain of unforeseen consequences pulls her back into the pulsating heart of the artificial intelligence Atlas. The game features physics-based interaction, crafting, and a diegetic inventory which grounds the gameplay in the game environments. You'll be able to upgrade 5 weapons with various attachments like silencers, extended magazines, or special attacks with actual robot body horror, with vivid machine oil spilling and body dismemberment that leads to intense firefights. Next up, we have Resident Evil 9, which is the next big game that will be releasing in the Resident Evil franchise, and it is reportedly releasing sometime in 2025, maybe early 2025, and also sounding really exciting thanks to the new leak details that we've been given. According to a new tweet from the reputable leaker Dusk Golem, Resident Evil 9 will build on the RE engine and go full on open world, but in a unique and cool way, as opposed to other open world games out there which are most of it open just for the sake of it. It's important to note that Resident Evil Village was almost open world. It had open biomes and a town and castle to explore, so Resident Evil 9 will build up on that, but bigger and more diverse locations with different creatures to find and slay. This game has reportedly been in the works for years, and many speculate it will launch in early 2025. The leaker also reassured fans that Resident Evil 9 should still retain the series DNA and will feel like both the newer games and classic Resident Evil. It also won't be a direct sequel to Village, but an all-new game that will still bring to an end the current split, ushering in a new generation of Resident Evil. In recent leaks, it was suggested that Resident Evil 9 will take place in a ghost town in the west, and like Village, it'll feature mythical creatures. Next up, we have Still Wakes the Deep. This right here is a mysterious game that is supposedly much more than meets the eye. Thanks to developers teasing this, every reveal that this game has, it gets more and more ambitious and mysterious. At first, I thought it was some kind of terrifying walking simulator and that's it, but turns out it's much more action horror than what we thought, and it is looking and sounding really special. This game puts you in the middle of nowhere in an ore rig, right in the middle of the ocean where horrors of the deep lurk around and attack anything that moves. It's still a big secret what these creatures are, but many people think it all goes back to the terrifying god Cthulhu that lives around these places. It's set in 1975 and puts you in the shoes of an offshore oil rig worker stationed in North Sea water. A terrifying, unrelenting foe has come on board, and you'll have to fight for your life while helping what remains of your crew survive in the midst of storms and freezing temperatures. All lines of communication has been severed, all exits are gone. You'll search for your crew and help them survive if you can. Next up, we have Crimson Desert. What a beautiful and awesome looking game that we have here, an experience that I've been waiting ever since Skyrim and The Witcher 3 released. What could be a medieval masterpiece? Yes, this game is still alive and well far into development, but Pearl Abyss, its developers, are still keeping the release date a secret. It might definitely be fall 2024, but it also might be pushed onto early 2025. What we know though is this game has been worked on for at least 6 years by now and has a bigger budget than than a lot of AAA games. In this massive open world experience, you will be playing as Macduff in the world of Pyworld. Pyworld is a vast continent of divided regions, each with their own people, creatures, and culture. Macduff hails from the land of Gwydon, a harsh land of snowy peaks that can be seen from across the continent. But there are other diverse landscapes that we will be able to explore, like the vast plains of Akapon and an unnamed desert, forest, rocky plateau area, and mountainous region. Within these distinctive biomes and regions, there will be massive cities, villages, castles, towers, and other monuments of civilization. There's also new technological advancements ushering in a new age of warfare thanks to the invention of pistols, cannons, and end-mounted cannons to fight huge battles, either with factions, religions, and monsters. Next up, we have Ghost Recon Project Over, which is actually for once sounding really great and ambitious. Currently, the next Ghost Recon title is aimed to be released in 2025 or maybe 2026, which will see the Ghost Recon franchise head back into a first-person perspective. The game is forced to be a squad-based military tactical shooter, almost milsim-like in nature, that will also take inspiration from some of the leading first-person military games, including the Modern Warfare series, Battlefield, Squad, and Ready or Not. Project Over is set during the Neyman War, which is located in a hostile southeast country that has seen hundreds of thousands of people die as a result of war crimes. It's understood that the plot of the game evolves around the Ghost, your team, infiltrating the war zone to carry out secret missions and to locate a traitor. The game appears to take heavy inspiration from the Modern Warfare series, with some potential dark or controversial missions and segments. One mission, for example, shows your squad nearly shooting a man holding a baby because they thought it was the baby who was a bomb, but they realized this at the last second. Thanks to InsiderGaming.com, who had access to it thanks to its sources, they said it also looked like a leap graphically and will feel much better than ever. Next up, we have Zoochosis, a unique and promising action horror game taking place in a zoo out of all things. Its latest trailer shows the game in action, and man does it look terrifying. This is your first night shift as a zookeeper. You find out that some animals are infected and turning into mutants. Save them and save yourself, and unravel the mystery of the zoo. Choose wisely. Your choices will determine your ending. You'll be able to interact with the animals, take care of them, choose and prepare a meal for them, restock and clean up after them in the enclosure, and many more features. Something is very wrong with the animals though, but you can save them and find out what happened to this mess. You can discover the cause of the infection, create a vaccine, and cure them. Which animals will you save? Will you survive? There are many endings depending on the choices that you make. Next up, we have the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake. These ambitious remakes keep sounding more and more exciting by the day. We know the two games will merge together to create one big, improved experience with tons of new gameplay features and missions, and we also know it is the main game that's being worked on right now at Remedy Entertainment, all fully founded by Rockstar Games, creators of Max Payne 3 and of course Grand Theft Auto. In a new financial release, Remedy Entertainment confirmed that the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes are enabled by a similar development budget as Alan Wake 2, which is awesome because Alan Wake 2 had a massive budget. The release also states that the team made considerable progress throughout the year, so the remakes still appear to be on track. This lines up with previous reports, says Insider Gaming. Remedy added that alongside other titles, the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes will advance to the next stages of development during the first half of 2024, so Remedy could confirm more release information sometime soon. It's also worth noting that both Remedy and Rockstar Games are working on this and giving their ideas and such. I know this game will be something special and I can't wait for it. Next up, we have Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake. Yes, it's actually coming. Last year, InsiderGaming.com reported exclusively on the list of Assassin's Creed titles in development or planned at Ubisoft. At the time, they mentioned that the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake had recently been greenlit. Now, thanks to a reference that has surfaced on a LinkedIn profile, it seems that the development of the Black Flag Remake kicked off just 2 months later in September 2023. In a report published a month before Insider Gaming's list was written up, news surfaced that Ubisoft Singapore would be working on the recreation of one of the most popular Assassin's Creed games ever, Black Flag. Now, details have been discovered on the LinkedIn profile of a lead artist at that very same studio, with claims that they have been working on an unannounced project since September 2023, alongside the likes of Mirage and Valhalla Siege of Paris DLC. This remake has immense potential, and I hope Ubisoft can do it right.
Guys, that's her! That bitch with the spine!
Hello there.
Holy shit, bro, she killed Tony! Gonna kill you!
Fanatically optimistic.
Piece of cake.
It's starting to rain. Don't get your guns wet.
Justice Department, down on the ground, don't move!
Come at me, creep. Come on.
Don't damage your spine! That's an order!
Amateurs. Red line, get ready. We've got guests. Let's welcome them properly.
What if you could change the decisions you regret in your life and see the outcomes of those choices with your very own eyes? The Alters tells the story of Jan Dolsky, a simple miner who survived a crash landing on a hostile planet. He quickly realizes that what was supposed to be a lifetime job opportunity turns into a desperate fight for his life. Jan will need to handle a large mobile base that's designed to be operated by an entire team of qualified personnel. Even worse, the planet Jan landed on revolves around a deadly, scorching star. Escaping the sunrise is crucial for survival. Despite his best efforts, Jan simply lacks the time and skills to deal with all these problems on his own. But the planet Jan is stranded on is home to a mysterious substance called Rapidium. With its use and the help of the quantum computer on board, Jan is able to create alternative versions of himself. The Alters. Each one of them is a result of altering a crucial decision from Jan's past. The Alters are a reflection of the questions he asks himself. What if I never left my hometown? What if I didn't drop out of college? What if I fought harder to save my marriage? Our Alters have the necessary knowledge and skills that we desperately need to succeed. But they also come with their own goals, ambitions, and fears, all derived from their different life paths. And that can generate problems.
Stop pretending you have any idea how I feel. Incompetence, incoherent decision-making, a groundbreaking mission on the verge of failure. Damn, I just hope I don't f*** everything up again. You want a relationship that lasts, put some effort in it.
Each Yan is a different person. It will be extremely difficult to keep everyone happy.
You gotta learn how to say no sometimes.
But we must do whatever we can, because as the mission goes on, the challenges will only pile up. Obstacles on the outside, internal tensions that could prove to be even more dangerous, and with a ticking clock of the deathly sun behind our backs, the only way home is to press forward.
Go downstairs to the basement and lock the door. Don't open the door to anyone.